Alright, testing, everything working fine. Okay, let's start this. Welcome everyone, welcome to Drasos 2, Scholar of the First Sin. We have finally arrived at the Drangleic Castle. This area is known as iconic as Lordo, but it is just as difficult as Lordo, so you better stock up on all sorts of consumables. But before we actually do the Drangleic Castle, we will first discuss the Sinners list, where we will talk about all the enemies, important enemies and their difficulty attribute. The difficulty is completely arbitrary, by the way. First up, the Royal Swordsman. Gaggy pieces of shit is all I can say about them. I think this is the highest amount of enemy in the entire area. They are incredibly annoying. The next Primal Knights, there are only two of them, but they hit really hard. Like they're big and chunky. Okay, they hit hard. Scion, these guys are a complete joke. I don't know why I even put him in the list. Like, you will see how pathetic these guys are. The next up, Stone Soldier, they're basically Royal Swordsmen, but even worse. They gank you in the dark, and they are not alone. They have even worse enemy with them, which is the Ruined Knights. It is the same as the boss, but even worse. There are like 6 of them, and they all gang up on you along with those Stone Soldiers. Like, it is a nightmare to deal with. Next up is Nameless Usurper. Deceiver is the best term, okay? Her voice is as strong as Hamel, and she hits as hard as hell as well. Don't like her mobility, appearance to disappoint you. Anyway, Madigan, they're fast, they're furious, there are only 2 of them, but they will give you just as hard over time as the bosses will. Like, they are obnoxious. Get ready for them. What the fuck is this doing here? Like, seriously, it generally makes no sense why they are here. Like, what are they doing here? Anyway, next up. All Night. They are just like the Primal Knights, they hit really hard, they are big, they have a lot of health. Just be ready against them. A single attack will ruin your health bar. Next up, the cheap bitches. Like, that is all you need to know. Why are they so strong? Like, a single attack will completely destroy your health bar. Even their weakest attacks will demolish you. Get ready, be careful against them. Next up, Alan Knight, there's only one of them, and it's a sniper. Like, you will need a bow and arrow to get this one. I don't understand what he's doing here as well. Especially this one as well. Like, this one confuses me. Like, isn't he supposed to guard the bell? Why is he at Drangleic Castle? Like, it's just the wrong place. Finally, we got the Stone Knights. These are generally the toughest enemy in the entire area. They jump around, and you can already see the picture. There are like 4 of them. They jump around, flay you, and beat you to death. Anyway, there's all the important enemy. So we can now start the Let's Play. Alright, I like to imagine myself being good at this game, but the truth is I'm really not that good. Anyway, we're right at the start of the level. I will admit though that I explored a bit just before entering making the video, just to test things around. The first thing we will encounter, other than the raid, is like 2 Royal Guardsmen right there. A third one is right behind me. By the way, I'm doing this commentary in post. Largely because I couldn't find a peaceful moment. People just... In fact, you will probably hear some yelling just as I am speaking. And there you go. There's my dumbass getting attacked. I knew, by the way, that there's a third one right behind, but I still jumped in front anyway, knowing full well that the third one is just going to attack me. And he's stunned for. And he also does so. The best way to describe my playthrough is playing it like an idiot. Honestly, if you play this game smart, you can easily just beat it. But I don't play smart, I play stupid. Right behind the rock would have been an item, and right here would have been a crystal lizard, and our Ashandra would be here. The first thing you will see is that the 2 Primal Knights, they are turned to stone, but when you get close, you turn back to normal. Kinda cool. Kinda cool, I must say. And you can immediately see my dumbass just getting wrecked. I told you the Sinners list that these enemies are big and chunky, and they will do a lot of damage. Right now I'm not going all out because I wanna test my weapon. As you can see, I'm using it very poorly. One of them is already done. And immediately I get wrecked. Nearly wrecked. Like, just a single attack did half of my health, by the way, right there. I should have done some farming so I could get the Sunlight Spear, but I hate farming in video games. Here the royal guards are probably at their worst because I think they're like 10 of these guys just waiting for you. You would make sure to kill these guys right near the golems, or else they won't stop spawning. And once you won't be able to open the door. I am trying to try the second one here, and you can already see that I have completely fucked it up. And he made it even worse by getting near that enemy who now has turned to normal form. You know my strategy. When things don't fall apart, I use the Joe Start technique called the Hendino. I think that is what it's called. Just run the fuck away. I run to the point where the enemies won't chase me. You can see the... you can see the enemy right at the back have just stopped following. Yeah, you will see that. Yep, he just went back. Yeah, the science knight do like joke. I said this before, but science knight's a complete joke, by the way. Like I don't take that. Even that lightning attack didn't scare me. I don't know why some people like try to present them as threat. They are not that dangerous. I fucked it up again, killed it too far away, and I ended up absorbing the soul. I tried to attract material and just... yeah, the enemies are still spawning, by the way. They won't stop spawning from what I remember. Sorry for that. And sorry for all the windigos outside that are screaming. There are, I think, one item over here, and the other side there's one enemy hidden. By the way, killing those stone soldiers won't give you anything. But I'm still going to kill them anyway, just to show how to defeat them. And even the most pathetic enemy can be so dangerous. And of course, it's not the best Souls 2 without our weapon breaking down. This is probably one of my least favorite things about Dark Souls 2. The weapons break way too quickly. I can understand the logic, you know. They want to make the player have more than one weapon to make sure the game doesn't get stale and everything, but oftentimes it ends up being annoying. Now imagine if that happens in the middle of a battle. Alright, now I will demonstrate just how weak the Science Knights are, but first I will have to change the weapon. Oh yeah, that's tough. Lightning that's tough. Right here, immediately, yep, just 4 hits, and I nearly fell to my death like an idiot. Luckily Miyazaki was smiling on me. The second one, he is also dead, I think. Yeah, that is the one. That is all. That is all of them. You get nothing with that. The rest are just stones. Again, they are the elite knights of Vandric, but they are a complete joke throughout the entire playthrough. The only time they were a threat was like at the start of the game. That was the only time they were a threatening. When we first talked to this guy, he just rambles on about some stuff, blah 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 blah. Says, think he says something along the lines of King Vandric ran away. Yep, he fucked up just when things got his shit hit the fan. This place is unique to me. I remember being afraid of this area for some reason. I just could not recall why. And then randomly I searched up on YouTube and realized that this is the area where two pursuers spawns in. That is why I was so afraid of that area the first time my second playthrough. I'd completely forgotten that only happens at the bonfire intensity +2, not on like first playthrough. Since our weapon is broken, the first thing I will try to do is get to the bonfire. Again, these guys are not a threat. I just ignore the PC sound right there. The fucking Windows just loves to screw you over. This guy is just pretending. The moment you climb down the ladder, yep, he turns back to normal. They are a bit melodramatic if you think about it. They waited for King Vandric for such a long time that they turned to stone. This right here is my least favorite part of the area. This room is incredibly dark. Even with a light source, it still manages to be incredibly dark. Yeah, you can see, like, you can barely see anything. The bonfire is just there. This is the only time this room is lighted up, by the way. All the other times it's dark. And you just, very soon you're gonna witness me just making incredibly shitty mess that will just kill my character. But before that, we will first collect a very important item. I think it is uh, something related to the Estus class. I think it's the shard, or it's either the shard or like bone dust or something along those lines. This is probably one of my most weakest aspects of Dark Souls 2 for me. My playthrough of it is that I remember the items, but I for some reason can't recall what they are. Like I know with right there is the important item, but I don't know what it is. This is a spear type. These spear types are a bit more harder to fight than the swords types, but they are just as much of a joke. Like you just saw that, like that tank did very little damage. Oh, let's open the door and open this chest. Yet, I think it is sublime mold dust. Yep, sublime mold dust. I know the items, but I can't remember what they are. Anyway, for some reason I decided to check the door here. Like I could have checked the other path, avoided that, but for some reason I thought that door could be opened. I don't know why I thought that way, but I did anyway. We are silent lagging. There's another one. Yep, that one. But I decided to ignore it and just run. Again, they are a complete joke. I don't even need to tell you their moveset. Just get on the sides or get behind them and they're like fucked. Then again, that principle just applies to like all of the enemies. Robson could never figure out how to like deal with players who attack on the side or behind them. Like if you have seen this series, you will notice that the enemies generally don't know what to do. And you can see that this room is so fucking dark that I forgot where to go. And this is it. You will see, I will light up a torch right here, and it is still dark. The stone soldiers are worse than royal swordsmen because they have more poise, they do more damage, and they are just like stronger versions of royal swordsmen. Yet you saw how many hits they take and how much damage they are doing. Again, they are more sturdier as well. They are just an obnoxious version of the royal swordsman. I think I accidentally... Oh shit, I may have accidentally opened up another one. By the way, the reason why I chose that door is because that door, I have never seen him do that move. And I accidentally woke up the other guy as well. I was saying that door right there is like the way out of the room. I actually memorized it so that I wouldn't have to deal with this bullshit. But since this is a playthrough, I will have to deal with this bullshit. And he's dead. This is the only door that doesn't have the room at night. The rest of the doors do have a room at night. I actually know an exploit, an easy way to beat them actually, and I will show you right now.